Let's talk about something really important, but also really hard: curating your inner circle. The title you see here says it all. Forget the people who walked out. Now that is so much easier said than done, isn't it? But it's absolutely essential if you want to grow.
Okay, let's just dive right in with this quote because, wow, it hits hard. Take a second and really think about the people you spend the most time with. Do they lift you up? Do you feel inspired? Or do they kind of box you in? It's a question that, honestly, most of us are a little scared to answer.
So that's what we're going to get into. We're going to tackle those hard truths head on, the ones you need to finally break free, to distinguish between your circle and your cage, and maybe, just maybe, find the strength to pick the lock. All right, so first things first, we've got to figure out what we're dealing with. Are the people in your life a source of strength, or are they a source of stagnation? Is it a circle, or is it a cage?
You know, when you see it laid out like this, it becomes so clear, doesn't it? A circle inspires you. A cage drains you. Think about that friend who gets genuinely excited about your wins, no matter how small. That's a circle. Now, think about the person who hears your good news and immediately hits you with a "but" or that subtle little passive-aggressive comment. Yep, that's a cage. It really is that simple. The right people versus the wrong people. There is no in-between.
And this right here, this explains why that distinction matters so much. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't try to recover from being poisoned by taking a few more sips of the poison, would you? Of course not. But that's what so many of us do. We keep going back to the same toxic people, the same draining environments, and then wonder why we feel so stuck.
This is a great question to ask yourself. Are the people around you really in your circle, or are they just kind of hanging out in your corner? See, being in your corner can be temporary, right? They're there when it's easy or convenient. But being in your circle, that's different. That's a real commitment. It's about growing together. So what's the reality for you?
Okay, so once you've figured out you're in a cage, what's next? Well, now comes the action part. And let's be real, this is usually the toughest piece of the whole puzzle: actually letting go. The steps themselves are pretty straightforward, but doing them, that's another story. Step 1, you have to get brutally honest and see what and who is not meant for you. Step 2, you've got to find the guts to actually walk away. And step 3, and this is huge, you have to understand that every single minute you spend with the wrong people is a minute you're delaying your own arrival. You're putting off becoming the person you're meant to be. You know, we put so much pressure on ourselves to find the right friends, the right partner, the right everything. But maybe we've got it backward. Maybe the real power, the true sign of strength, isn't about picking the right one, but having the courage to walk away from the wrong one.
Oh, I love this metaphor. It's just so perfect. A tree doesn't freak out in the fall. It doesn't cling to the dying leaves. It knows it's a natural, necessary process, something that has to happen to make room for a new life in the spring. Letting people go isn't a failure, it's just a season ending. You're making space for what's coming next.
All right, so we've cleared out the weeds from the garden, so to speak. Now, the work turns inward. It's time to become the architect of your own future. Who you are in the dark. Wow. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not about your reputation. That's just what other people think you are. Character is what you do when nobody's looking. That's the real you. That's the foundation you build everything else on. And here's the thing. Your future isn't built on some big, dramatic moment. Nope. It's built brick by brick, every single day, by your habits. You are literally the byproduct of what you do over and over again. So if you want a different future, you need different habits. You either have to change yourself or you have to change your environment. Or if you're really serious about it, you burn it all down and do both.
And if you need a little motivation, here it is. Every small, good choice you make today, going to the gym when you don't feel like it, saying no to something that drains you, picking up a book instead of scrolling, every one of those is like a little gift you're sending to your future self. The you of next year, 5 years from now, they're going to thank you for it.
Okay, this brings us to a really empowering part of the journey. We've looked at the people around you, we've looked at the person inside you. Now it's time to take your power back. First up, stop explaining yourself. Seriously, your boundaries, your life choices, your path. You don't owe anyone a dissertation on why you're doing what you're doing. It's your life. Next, stop blaming the world. Look, life isn't always fair. People can be awful, that's all true. But when you spend all your energy blaming, you're just handing your power right back to the people and situations that hurt you in the first place. And this is where the magic happens. Start correcting yourself.
The real power isn't in pointing fingers at others, it's in taking ownership of your own stuff, your actions, your reactions. That's where real growth happens.
And let's be super clear about what this means. Taking responsibility is not about saying, oh, it was all my fault. No. What happened to you might not be your fault at all. But your healing, that is 100% your responsibility. The moment you truly get that is the moment you stop being a victim and start being the one holding the pen to your own story.
So here we are, we've diagnosed the problem, we've talked about the action plan, we've shifted the mindset. Now it all boils down to one simple, conscious choice you have to make. And I'm asking you directly, right now, based on everything we've just talked about, which path are you going to choose to follow starting today? Not tomorrow, not next week, today. And here they are, plain and simple. You've got path A, the path of comfort. This is where you keep prioritizing everyone else's feelings over your own. You keep the peace, you don't rock the boat, it's easier, for now. Then you've got path B, the path of growth. This one's harder, for sure. It means getting comfortable with being alone sometimes, it means setting boundaries that might make other people unhappy, but it's the only path that leads anywhere real. So, which is it going to be?
And I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. If your path feels really, really hard right now, if you feel like you're constantly pushing uphill, don't automatically assume you're doing something wrong. Maybe, just maybe, your path is harder because your calling is higher. Maybe this struggle is just proof that you're aiming for something truly worth reaching.